pause here and see if there are questions, and we can. Okay. Okay, so I think I have answered this. If the item is loading onto both factors, you've got to consider either dropping the item or retain the item onto the factor on which it is loading the highest, and you say that test see the difference in cross loading. If it is greater than 0.2, you can anyways say that the cross loading was not very high, and therefore I am retaining that item. Nirja, please understand, if you are using a developed scale, you will not do EFA. You will not do this step of EFA, right? So you will not be seeing if the loading is more on one factor than on the other, right? So you will not be doing that. Remember, we will not do EFA, we will only do CFA. Yes, we are guiding the tool, Lekha, we are guiding the tool to create dimensionality, right? Because by choosing the number of factors, because I had theorized that there will be 3 dimensions. So I am telling the tool that please extract 3 factors and tell me, when you extract, explore this as a 3-dimensional structure, which items are loading onto which dimension. So this is perfectly fine. This is perfectly accepted. You can tell the tool that based on my conceptualization, there were 3 factors, and please extract 3 factors. Okay. I have told this minimum, Richa, if it is about 0.3 or 0.4, you can consider it to be low and see if orthogonal rotation is giving you a better result. Arjun, what do you mean? Which correlation are you talking about? Correlation between your question seems to be incomplete. 2 factors is very high. So if correlation between 2 factors is very high, that is fine. You can just leave it as it is. In exploratory, you can still report this result and say that therefore I have gone in for oblique rotation, right? I am not doing very max orthogonal rotation. Gyan Bahadur, very max should be done when the correlation between factors are small, and the prerequisite of using fixed number of factors is coming from your theorization of the construct. Because I knew that I have written items such that there are 3 sub-dimensions, I told the tool to extract 3 factors. Yes, Abhishek, it is fine. As I mentioned earlier, you can report the 3-dimensional structure also when you have fixed it. How can we run, Subindu, you were asking, how can we run the drop items to show item loadings while reporting? So look at the example that I showed in that OCB paper. So they ran the analysis with those items and reported the cross loading, and then dropped those items and ran the factor analysis. Okay. And sorry, you run the factor analysis with all the items and just highlight those items in a separate space by telling that, see, because the cross loading was very high, we are not going to use these items further. So when I will do confirmatory analysis, I will only work with the retained items. Okay, and then further in the retained items, if there are anything, if there is anything to be dropped, I will drop there. Okay. Negative factor loadings. Remember, factor loadings are nothing but correlations. So negative factor loadings are showing that the item is correlating negatively to the extracted latent factor. Okay, Dharmesh, so that negative loadings mean negative correlation. When cross loadings or when you drop items, yes, as I mentioned, that after you get a clear factor structure, after you ensure that this is the factors, sorry, this is the pattern matrix, this is the factor structure that I am going to follow, then you will do your reliability testing for individual dimensions, okay, which you have retained, and then uh, go for that, report that in your paper. Factor naming, Richa, it is factor naming. It will come from your theory. It will look at the items that are there and then give a meaningful name to that factor. So my items are task or relating to task orientation. I had already theorized this as a dimension. So I simply call it as task orientation, right? So that you can uh, Uh, Aditya, we remember yesterday we tested the reliability of the 10 items together. Then we tested reliability of the specific dimension. But remember, we did not have an empirical proof that these items actually load onto the correct, they actually load on to factors as expected. So you should ideally do your factor analysis, see what are the items that are loading together, and then report the reliability, right? So you should always do that. First do exploratory factor analysis, then report reliability again. Even if you have computed reliability earlier, in factor analysis, some items may move from one factor to another, like in the OCB paper. So you will have to test the reliability and report it again. Javed, 0.68 is fine. You should retain it. As I mentioned, even if it goes up to 0.6 and that factor, your understanding is that it is important. Okay, so please retain that. Okay, you should remember numbers will tell you one thing, but at the end of the day, it is your own understanding of the construct, your own theorization that will be important. Okay. Uh, yeah, so I think we are done. I will